topics which are not present in your class 12 syllabus related with unit 2. But every year if you see the question paper related with the engineering exam or related with the medical exam, you will get questions based on these topics. This video lecture as well as next video lecture will be used to discuss these topics. These topics are: number 1, force experienced by dielectric when placed inside capacitor. Number 2, capacitance of capacitor when variable dielectric slab is present inside. Now this topic is further divided into two parts. If dielectric value changes along the length of the plate, or if dielectric value changes between separation between the plates. So this video lecture I am going to share only first topic. Now next video lecture I will share second topic, because both the topics are lengthy. So my first topic is force experienced by dielectric when placed inside the capacitor. Dear students, you know dielectric are the materials which never transfer flow of charge from one part to other, but transfer electrical properties from one place to other. So if we have a capacitor connected with the cell and we introduce dielectric inside the capacitor, the phases of dielectric near the plates of the capacitor will acquire some charge known as induced charge. As shown in figure, we have a parallel plate capacitor connected with a cell. Dielectric material is introduced partially. If this plate is connected with positive terminal, this plate will acquire positive charge, so it will acquire negative charge due to induction. And similarly, since this plate will acquire negative charge, so it will acquire positive charge due to induction. Now this negative charge and this positive charge will try to attract each other, means this slab will experience force in upward direction, this slab will experience force in downward direction, and well these charges will also be attracted by these portions. So if we break the forces acting here, vertical component will cancel out each other, so horizontal component will add it together. So in general we can say that this slab will experience net force inside, because of which automatically it starts moving inside. We want to know how much force this dielectric is experiencing in this situation. If you see SC Verma capacitor unit, last few questions are based on this topic, and it is very important, very interesting also. तो आई होप आपको ये तो समझ में आया होगा कि डाइलेक्ट्रिक को कैपेसिटर के प्लेट्स के बीच में रखने पर फोर्स एक्सपीरियंस करता है डाइलेक्ट्रिक, इसी वजह से वो अंदर भागता है। हम जानना चाहते हैं ये फोर्स क्या है। If we see this particular situation, these two plates are having square shape, so upper portion will be like this. length will be A, let breadth will be also A. This will be the situation of lower plate. Length will be A as well as breadth will be also A, and the separation between these two plates is D. And since capacitor, the slab is introduced partially at any state, it is the picture. So let X portion is inside the slab. This is X. So this will be A minus X. Because this whole length will be A. So it is X, so it will be A minus X. Now, we want to know how much force acts. Those units in class 11 when we were discussing about the conservative forces, we came to know that gravitational force, electric force and magnetic force are conservative in nature. And whenever we have a conservative force, the relation between force and potential energy is F is equal to minus du by dx. What is U? Potential energy. ये टॉपिक आपने क्लास 11 में पढ़ा है. कंजर्वेटिव फोर्स इज इक्वल टू नेगेटिव ग्रेडियंट ऑफ पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. हम इस आर्टिकल को करने के लिए इसी कॉन्सेप्ट को यूज करने जा रहे हैं. सबसे पहले हम सिस्टम की पोटेंशियल ही निकालेंगे और उसके बाद उसको डिस्टेंस रिस्पेक्ट में डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे. तो किसी मोमेंट पर अगर स्लैब का एक्स पोर्शन फील्ड प्लेट्स अंदर है, कैपेसिटर की प्लेट्स के अंदर, तो ये पोर्शन A माइनस एक्स होगा. इतना पोर्शन में एयर प्रेजेंट है, इतने पोर्शन में डाइलेक्ट्रिक मटेरियल प्रेजेंट है. तो इफ वी डिवाइड दिस होल कैपेसिटर वर्टिकली इनटू टू पार्ट्स, up to x portion slab is present having dielectric constant value k, and up to A minus x portion air is present having dielectric constant value 1. And if we add these two like this, if we break our capacitor vertically into two parts and we add like this, then only we will get this whole picture. Means these two capacitors are in parallel. So what we are going to do, first we will find the net capacity of the combination. Let C1 is the capacity of air capacitor and C2 is the capacity of the capacitor having dielectric slab. So C1 will be equal to A, area. ये पोर्शन स्मॉल a है और ये पोर्शन A minus x है, तो एरिया will be A into A minus x. A epsilon naught divided by D. D is the separation between these two plates, which is given as D. Similarly, C2 means capacitor having slab. ये पोर्शन x है, ये पोर्शन A है, तो एरिया होगा A into x into K into epsilon naught divided by D. Now, as these two capacitors are in parallel, so net capacity will be C1 plus C2, that is A into A minus x epsilon naught divided by D plus A into x into K into epsilon naught divided by D. So net capacity you are getting as A into epsilon naught divided by D. If we take term common, A epsilon naught divided by D, यहाँ बचेगा A minus x और यहाँ बचेगा kx. That is A epsilon naught divided by D. A minus x plus kx. इन दोनों में x कॉमन ले लेकर हम तो मिलेगा k minus 1. This is the net capacity of the combination, means air capacitor and capacitor having slab. If we assume that battery which is introduced between the plates, अगर बैटरी नहीं होती तो इनके पास चार्ज नहीं होता, अगर इनके पास चार्ज नहीं होता तो स्लैब भी चार्ज नहीं होती, इसलिए फोर्स नहीं लगता. तो अगर हमने बैटरी इंट्रोड्यूस की हुई है जिसका पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस V है, then total energy of the system, which is in the form of electric potential energy, will be half net capacity into V square. Net capacity is A epsilon naught divided by D A plus K minus 1 into X into V square. This is the net total energy of this system. Now since as we discussed, force is equal to minus du by dx on considering magnitude, F is equal to mod of du by dx, that is half A epsilon naught by D A plus K minus 1 into X into V square d by dx of this whole term. That is F is equal to half is constant, keep it common, A is constant, epsilon naught by D is constant, and V square is also constant. You will get d by dx of A plus K minus 1 into X. The moment we will able to differentiate it, we get the force experienced by dielectric slab. So F is equal to half A epsilon naught into V square by D. If between the terms addition or subtraction sign is present, then each term should be differentiated separately. When we differentiate A, we will get 0 because A is constant. 0 plus. When we differentiate this one, we get K minus 1 only. F is equal to half A epsilon naught V square by D into K minus 1. This much force is experienced by slab when it is kept inside the capacitor which is connected with the cell. Why we are saying that when capacitor will be connected with the cell, then only this force acts? Because when capacitor is not connected with the cell, both the plates of capacitor will not acquire any charge. So our slab will also not acquire any charge. So this force will not act. इस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक पर आपके एससी वर्ग में बहुत से क्वेश्चन दिए हुए हैं. क्वेश्चन में अगर ये कहा जाए कि जैसे ही हम कैपेसिटर को स्लैब के अंदर स्लैब डालते हैं, कैपेसिटर स्लैब भागने लगती है, कितना फोर्स लगा दें कि स्लैब ना भागे, तो इसका आंसर यही होगा. इतना फोर्स इनवर्ड लग रहा है, इतना ही फोर्स अगर आउटवर्ड लगेगा तो कैपेसिटर स्लैब अंदर नहीं भागेगी. और भी बहुत से क्वेश्चंस हैं आपके एससी वर्मा में जिसमें उन्होंने इसी सिस्टम को दो सेल्स लगा दिया है. तो एक सेल इधर फोर्स लगाएगा, दूसरा सेल उधर फोर्स लगाएगा. तो आप अगर इस पर्टिकुलर कॉन्सेप्ट को समझ गए हैं, I hope that you can do the question which are given in your SC Verma. Or if you see the previous year question papers of the engineering exam and medical exam, you will be able to solve the questions. For NEET aspirants, for bio students, don't go for the calculation. You should keep in the mind what is the expression to find force. आपके लिए केवल ये इम्पोर्टेंट है कि कितना फोर्स लग रहा है. आपके लिए ये इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं कि फोर्स कहाँ से आया. आपको इस एक्सप्रेशन को माइंड में रखना होगा. So this is all about this video lecture, dear students. One more topic which is additional topic is left, in which we will try to find the capacity of the capacitor in which dielectric is magnitude of dielectric is keeps on changing continuously. So wait for next video lecture. I hope आपको ये वीडियो लेक्चर अच्छा लगा होगा, समझ में आया होगा. Do practice at home how we have find the expression for the force, and if you have any doubt you can share with me. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel if not subscribed yet, so that you can get updates. Thank you.